The Pentagon has just signed a $45.5 million contract with Norwegian manufacturer Kongsberg. This deal secures the production line for the Naval Strike Missile, or NSM, coastal defense system for the Latvian armed forces, with a target delivery no later than July 2030. At almost the exact same time, the United States Department of Defense officially poured an additional $2.4 billion into Boeing. This fresh injection of funds boosts the total value of the E-7A Wedgetail command aircraft project, pushing it to the $5 billion mark. Let's first look at what is happening on the Eastern European border. Latvia's decision to purchase the Naval Strike Missile system is a prime example of the porcupine defense tactic. The core of this tactic is to make a country that appears militarily small possess very sharp quills, making an opposing navy think twice before daring to approach. Although the initial contract value is only $45.5 million, the total overall program is expected to swell to $105 million. The most interesting part of this cross-border deal is who is paying the bill. Almost 70% of the cost is directly covered by the United States through the Foreign Military Financing Scheme. Technically speaking, this NSM missile system is a threat heavily avoided by surface fleet commanders. Unlike older missiles that fly high in a parabolic arc and are easily tracked by radar, the NSM is specifically designed to fly hugging the ocean surface, a technique often called sea-skimming. This missile glides agilely just a few meters above the waves, allowing it to hide behind the curvature of the Earth and evade the sweep of enemy long-range radars. The ultimate advantage of the NSM actually occurs in the final seconds before hitting the target. Equipped with a highly precise geographic contour mapping navigation system, this missile can slip through the gaps between small islands and cliffs in the Baltic Sea undetected. When it is extremely close to the target, the NSM emits absolutely no radar waves. This means the early warning alarms on enemy ships won't sound, or at least that is what is written in the brochure. This missile relies purely on passive infrared sensors to recognize the physical shape of the target, and then cripples the high-value asset before the ship's crew even realizes an infiltrating threat is present. By placing these missile launcher batteries on its coastline, Latvia automatically integrates into the European maritime defense belt alongside Poland, Romania, Denmark, and Bulgaria. While the focus in Europe is on coastal traps, in the air domain, the United States military is undergoing a massive overhaul through the Wedgetail aircraft program. And this brings us to the second piece of news. America's plan to produce up to 26 E-7A aircraft units actually emerged because the condition of their old fleet has reached a critical threshold. For decades, NATO's eyes and ears in the sky have relied heavily on the legendary Boeing E-3 Sentry aircraft. The problem is, the giant mechanical radar dish that constantly physically rotates on the back of the aircraft is now becoming obsolete. This old system is highly vulnerable to degradation by modern enemy signal jamming technology. Furthermore, every time that mechanical radar rotates, there is a delay of a few seconds that creates a blind spot. It is this split-second delay that can be easily exploited by stealth fighter jets or modern enemy missiles to slip through. This is where the E-7A Wedgetail comes in as the ultimate solution. This aircraft uses the multi-role electronically scanned array radar, or MESA. Its shape is static, like a fin on the back of the plane, but it emits scanning waves digitally. Imagine it like this. Instead of turning its head to look around, this plane has thousands of electronic eyes that can stare in all directions at the exact same time. As a result, the command crew can track hundreds of extremely maneuvering targets simultaneously, without any rotation delay at all. Again, that is roughly what the brochure says, just like before. This aircraft basically uses the proven, rugged backbone of the Boeing 737-700 airframe from the Washington factory. But uniquely, the assembly process is not done in America. Instead, it takes place at a conversion facility in Birmingham, England. By doing this, it is hoped that the aircraft can be completed right on schedule. The strategic impact of America adopting this aircraft also automatically sets a new benchmark standard for all NATO member states. When allied countries in Europe eventually start looking for replacements for their aging early warning fleets, they will inevitably lean towards the exact same system architecture to ensure interoperability. And this creates an incredibly massive combined electronic surveillance wall that is impervious to disruption, stretching all the way from the North American mainland to the front lines in Eastern Europe. As a final conclusion, if we draw a straight line from the coastal missile procurement in Latvia to this command aircraft project in America, it is highly visible that the Western alliance is coldly calculating and preparing for a potentially threatening future. Placing smart NSM missiles on the Baltic coast proves they prefer a sensible asymmetric defense tactic. In terms of economic calculations and military tactics for Latvia, it is far more effective to fund evilly hidden coastal launcher systems, rather than forcing a small allied nation to buy large warships that are expensive to maintain and easily become sitting ducks. Meanwhile, in the airspace, the integration of the E-7A Wedgetail aircraft is the absolute answer for managing the flow of 21st century combat information. At this very second, the Western Alliance is simultaneously thickening their high-precision mines along the Eastern European coastline, while also upgrading their early warning nervous system in the global airspace layer. All of this is being done to ensure that their tactical advantage remains tightly locked, ready to eliminate any form of threat before a battle even truly breaks out. So, what do you think of the news above? Let me know. By the way, everything in this video was pulled from these sites. You can head over there to read the complete breakdown.